Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Redskins. First carry for Darius Geis. And an alley to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Geis. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Check back. Switch. Check your hot read.
3rd down, here's Geis. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Check the backer. Check 50. Switch.
On first down, this is Geis. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On the ground, Geis hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your 10th
anyone.
Born.
It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Back 25. Got to do better. Come on, QB.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Team 6. Push him back. Push him back. Hey, Tuesday. 55, 955. All you get on the head. Hey, Alpha.
Now Ryan back into his end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Slam. 58. Hey, express.
To throw from his end zone, Ryan. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's pile this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Switch it.
From the 24, Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. Trent, let's go. Hey, I'm coming. He's crashing.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And Geis is going to be stopped short as he did not get the push he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Brown. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So, see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points, but on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you, so there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try to put their defense in a bad spot again. Yes, indeed, that play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
58, got it. Hey, Haywood. 55.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, 54, Seth, you ready?
On And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Tighten up. 51, Tom! 51!
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a second down coming up.
Ready, 58.
Throwing on second and long. Ryan, it completes it to Jones. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 27-yard line. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
They'll run on first down. Coleman always got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnover. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the ground, it's Geis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Check curls. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Shift. Look, motion.
Geis with the carry on second down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Back.
Now a handoff, Geis going right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Complete. Richardson has it. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for the Washington Redskins.
first down. Thompson, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Geis. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down now. It's Freeman, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is taken at the 23. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that. Super toe.
And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. They've got his man complete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". You don't want nothing.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Tack McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Here's Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and it had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Ready, Mike 25. Down to lose one. Mike 55. Check 55. Hey, express. Just like that. Just like that. Hey, check right. Watch 55. Hey, exit. 55.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded inside the 5. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 15 yards on the play, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Ryan on first down. This complete to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Coleman on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ready, ready.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. They go to Johnson again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
59, ready, ready. 22. Shoot. Watch the eye. Check that. Check three. Showing it. Check. Slam. Ready to go.
On third down, Johnson on poke 3. Football's held. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Rip right, rip right. 45, 45, 45. Mike, 45.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Second down, Haskins. Got a man, that's Quinn. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions, they're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Watch safety three. Check. Hey, Tuesday.
They will run again with Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Freeman. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Redskins 48-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. Jones has it. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 28. Three quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for two. Now Ryan. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
A loss of a yard.
53, check 53.
At the 33-yard line.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
On second and 11 now. Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. Haskins now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 39, Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a second and long.
Blue 80, 21.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now a run with Geis, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 25 on second down, Haskins, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Haskins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Refusing to go. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 60 yards. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
53, Mike. Watch the curl. Echo. Check 6 guys. Check.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. They find some open field here. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Go.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And he comes back with one complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
Rush in. Rush in. Check.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Check. 21.
On 3rd down, Ryan looking downfield for Joe. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke, and that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do, but they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Atlanta...